Hello fellow crafters, I'm going to share with you a haul and a new product that I have learned about at my local scrapbook store. First I'll start with Hobby Lobby, and at Hobby Lobby I picked up these pack of flowers. They're by Timeline. Let's see, I thought there was another name for them. By Bee Treasures. And they had this line 50% off, so I picked up these two. Aren't they cute? They're like a purple and a burgundy and a pink flower caps. These would be great for stick pins. And then this one had the blue, the green, and a turquoise in it. So there's those two. And as you can see, they were $1.99, so I got them for $1 each. This is an eclectic of a little bit of here and there. Okay. This I picked up, I don't know if I showed this already, but I picked this up a couple of weeks ago, actually a while back. I try to do haul videos, but I don't do very many of them. But I did pick this up at Michael's, and I just thought it was adorable. Look at those cameos, aren't they cute? So I picked that up there. And then I wanted to show you something I picked up at Joann Fabrics. And it was under the Busy Kids Camp section, and they had these on sale, and it's flip-flop embellishments. Well, you don't have to use it for flip-flops. Look at this beautiful flower that's in there. And honestly, I don't know how I would attach that to a flip-flop. But I just love the flower and the bling that it came with, so I picked up a couple of them. And I got that at Joann's. And my local scrapbook store, oh wait a minute, let's do one more Joann's. I picked up some wool felt. This is some heavy duty wool felt, and they had a coupon for 40% off fabric that wasn't on sale. And honestly I've never seen this on sale, and I don't look all the time either, so but I picked this up because I want to try making some flowers with it and coloring it with my sprays. So I'll be sharing that with you later on to let you know how this worked out. But it's really soft, and it's very dense compared to to the cheap felt you can buy, by the sheets. And I only got, I think it's a quarter of a yard, and it cost me, I think, $1.50 when it all came down to the pricing and everything. So this is going to make a lot of flowers. So I got that. And Tuesday morning, I went to Tuesday morning with, is it Tuesday morning? What is that place called? I guess it's called Tuesday morning. And I picked up, grabbed this 7x7 corrugated board. You get 12 of them, and it's by Donna Salazar. They have a lot of her stuff, the Bind It All stuff by Zutter. And this I figure for the chipboard alone, it was $1.99, and this is the kind that has the corrugation to it, I guess is what you call it. Let me show you that. Can you see what I'm talking about? Oh, it don't show you on that side. Oh, here. Can you see that? And I've seen a lot of people using these on layouts and cards, and I've used it a couple times on a layout, and I figured I'll stock up on that, so I picked up one of those. And let's see, I went to the dollar store yesterday to pick up some spray bottles, and on my way home I passed by Goodwill, and they had a sign out front said 50% off today. And of course it was like 6:30 in the evening, and they were about ready to close, and everything had been picked through. But I did find these two face masks, and I just think they're so cute. I want to alter them or add them to a canvas, a piece of art. I haven't decided what I want to do, but this one says September and this one says January. And my daughter's birthday is in January, so I might make something for her with that. But I thought they were cute. And on the back they have someone's name, like they made it, and it says Fancy Face, New Orleans, Los Angeles, LA. Um, New Orleans, LA is what it says on there. So these evidently were handmade, or not handmade, but made by an artist. So there's that. And then at my local scrapbook store, I picked up this paper pad. It's by Echo Park, and it's called Note to Self, and I'd like to share this with you. It's so cute. It's great. And what I like about it is it's double-sided. Isn't that pretty colors? And it just takes me back in a day. Like, look at the kaleidoscope on that one. Do you see that? And I figured this would make great men cards. I want to make my dad a Father's Day card with it. It's very, I don't know how I could describe it. Just takes me back. It has the corkboard look, the tickets, and then this one here is a sign language thing. Eye chart, I think that's what that is. And then here's some stripes, some squares, and then this one says, take note, your guess is good as mine, one picture is worth 1,000 words, these are the days. And then, you know, there's the paper, you know, we used to use in kindergarten. And look at this. I love these things. And I can't see if they say, just says something, pin special preview reel. But isn't that cool? And I know they sell these in 12 by 12s. Wouldn't that be neat to like cut that out and use that on a layout or a card? Okay, I did that direction already. And look at the arrows. And then there, it's like a ledger. It's like a gray-blue color. Look at that one. I love the polka dot, red polka dots. Isn't that pretty? And then some tickets. And the back's brown. I love the double-sided paper. So that's this one I picked up. And then also I picked up this, it's called Paint It by Creative Imaginations with Luminarte. And Luminarte, this is, it has a resist on it. I don't know if you can see it if I move it around. You see the resist that's on it? And here's a sample piece that I use. I sprayed some sprays on it, and it gives you a really nice color. So there's that. And then here are the, they're called Twinkling H2Os, and they're by Luminarte. Let's see if you can see that. And what these are watercolors, and you just add water to them. You let them sit for about 15 minutes, and you stir them up with the paintbrush and use them on your projects. Now what's cool about these is you just leave the lids off of them, and you can leave them off forever, because once you're done with it, you have to let them sit out for about 48 hours to dry. And you know, they're dry now, because I did this last Friday before Mother's Day. And this extra one I picked up, this is called Coral Berry, and this one is Ginger Peach, Ocean Wave, Sunflower, Mallard, Snapdragon, and Hot Cinnamon. And then this one I haven't used yet, but let me show you a few things I've done with it. I did a class, and we made this book, and we got to use the H2Os, and then we also got to use some silks, and we got to play around with them. And they also have this textured stuff by the same company, and this is what I got to play with on there. But let me show you the watercolor. This one here is a mixture of watercolor and sprays and the silks. This one here is the silks, and I used a stencil. And the silks is this one right here. It's an acrylic glaze. And what you do is you lay your stencil down and you take a sponge and you know, sponge it on. You have to make sure it's completely dry before you can go over it with any of the watercolors. And then here you can see, if you see the little dots and the heart, that is another stencil laid on top. And the Luminartes, they have a spray too that you can use to spray. And the spray works the same way the watercolors work, so you have to be careful not to blend them. But this one turned out really cute, and it's got a lot of sparkle to it. And of course, you know, I stamped some images on it. This one here, this one's not, I didn't do anything on that side. I think it just bled through. And no, this one I think I just stamped on it with a stamp with the Luminars. This one is the silk and sea salt and gesso. I had gesso underneath it, the silk, and then I put sea salt on it, let it dry, and that's the texture I got. This one here is the watercolors. I have blue, the green, and the orangey color of the stuff I showed you here. The ocean wave, the ginger peach, and then at the bottom was the mallard. And I just washed it on there, and I tell you, it goes a long way. It really does. And then I just stamped some images on here. That one I didn't do anything. This one here is the silk. Let's see. And sea salt. But I didn't put a lot of sea salt on there and let it dry for too long. But this one showed up really nice. This is the silk and the sea salt. You can see the effect that you get. Then this one here, this is the paste that they have. I don't have any of it, and I can't remember the name of it, but it's by Luminarte. And this is the textured paste. And I just laid the stencil down, and you see the little scrape lines in it. That's because I was using a plastic knife. I'll show that to you. And then I stamped it, did some of the watercolors, and then I sprayed it to give that nice shimmer to it. This one was a fluke. A blue and orange give me mud, and red and green gave me mud, so that was a lesson learned. But this was a this is a stencil that I have, where you stick it on there. I think it's by Maya Road, and you just stick it on there, and I went over it with the silks, and that's what happened with that. Yellow and purple make mud, so I stopped. This one here, this is really cool. If you like to do the resist, the acrylic glaze stencil right here, let it dry, and then I washed over it with the H2Os. Here's the silks, just washing it onto gesso, and it's almost like a illuminating. It'll show through what's underneath, because you can see the gesso underneath right here a little bit. And here's another one, different color. And then here's another resist with the silk and then the watercolor. And then this one we were just experimenting with. This was just an acrylic block, and we dipped it in, we brushed on the watercolors and then just stamped onto the paper. And the same with this, brushed it on the stamp and stamped it on. And this book was made from a cereal box and scraps of material, and put on the top here we put scraps of an old book on here, gessoed it, or put it on with Mod Podge, put gesso over it, and then we just kind of experimented with all the stuff at the end and played around. And this one is like a molding paste too, and it's almost like charcoal. It'd be a cool brick wall or something. And then this one is the spray, and then this is the stencil that sticks. And I went over it with the another one of the textured stuff that they had. If anyone is interested in me doing a video and showing how these work, I'll be glad to. Just leave me some comments below, and I'll be glad to do a tutorial showing you what I learned and how it turns out. Here's another one with the silk and the sea salt. I just love the way that turned out. And this is just regular cardstock. Here's another one of those paint-its by Creative Imagination. Isn't that cool? But if anyone's interested, just leave a comment below, let me know, and I'll be glad to show you how these work. And also I picked up at Hobby Lobby these Yasutomo watercolors. And what's cool about this is it's already in the case, and you just wet your brush and get it wet a little bit and it activates it. And this is kind of what I did, just playing around with it. It's got a nice shimmer to it. Very pretty shimmery watercolors. And that's just a stamp I have, and like I said, I was just playing with it. And then also I picked up at my local scrapbook store the craftersworkshop.com 12 by 12 template. Stencil is for doodling, tracing, quilting, sponging, stippling, spritzing, chalking, and all kinds of stuff you can do with this stuff. And here's some of the examples. Sorry for the glare, but I will be showing you a few projects with that with using the silk and the watercolors. So thanks for watching. And oh, one more thing. Walmart. I picked up these really cute stamps. It says happiness. And these buttons. They're $1 a piece by Studio G. I just thought they were adorable. And that's it. Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.